So hello, everybody. Welcome to this first session. It's going to be a series of sessions that I'm going to be doing weekly on Thursdays or sometimes on Wednesdays. And it's going to be all about helping you clear out all kinds of things, topics, problems around money. So I myself, 2021 has been a really, really tough year for me financially. And in the last, I would say maybe 6 years, ever since I left my last well-paid consulting job, so money has been a topic that I've been particularly interested in for obvious reasons. And finally, things started shifting for me in the last 2 years, especially. But of course, there's so much that I have done. And I work with many different coaches, and I've tried anything and everything. If you tell me pray to the moon at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, I'll do it if that was going to help my money flow. And because I wanted to experiment and see what would actually unlock my money flow. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So the first topic is I am poor. And as some of you may know, I just returned from Italy today. And for the last 2 weeks, I was in Italy, in Milano, and I was there in the middle of the fashion week. So you can imagine lots of money walking on the streets. So, and, we had to pay so much for the hotels because we couldn't get any hotel booked. And so just being around, not just like the fashion week in Milano, but just old money. So I was around Lake Como, I went sailing, and I went to Switzerland as well. I went to St. Moritz, some of you might know. It's one of the chic ski places in Switzerland. So everything is very expensive. So I could only afford ice cream. And so when I was there for the last 2 weeks, I was really perceiving my own poverty mindsets. They were triggered in many, many ways. Just being around kind of like this type of people, going to Bellagio, the real Bellagio, not the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. This is where old royalty and blue blood used to go for the holidays 200 years ago. So basically a lot of my poverty things got triggered again. So I realized that I need some work to do. And on top of that, some of you might have joined my sessions last week. So I had received some new downloads around choices and decisions, and how everything that everything that we create in our life is basically a compilation of all the choices and decisions we've made in the past. And those choices and decisions are very much active. And so how can we start breaking down those old choices, and how can we start imposing new choices so that they become the dominant choices going forward? So if you're interested, I'm going to drop the link into the chat as well for you guys if you want to check out the 2 sessions from last week. And I'm going to be referring to that, but teaching you also a few new things. Okay. So I'm going to start sharing slides. I didn't prepare too many slides, just some visuals, because I don't want you guys to be staring at me through the entire session. Yeah. So basically, I'm poor mentality, decision challenges. So we're going to start breaking down all those old decisions and choices. And I will be also helping you install new choices around, feeling entitled to be rich. Okay. Throughout the session, I'm going to be repeating over and over again that may some of your good karma be used to do something. And people mentioned to me in the past, what if, we finish our good karma? And so I just wanted to reiterate again that supposedly, if you believe the Buddhists, at the moment of enlightenment, we're not supposed to have any good karma, no negative karma, because good karma is still going to pull you down into another incarnation. And if we believe that now is the only thing there is, then this is just as important as any possible point of now in the future. So some point in the future is not worth more than the moment now, in the now, basically. So why not start creating the life that you want, the life that you would actually love now? And so if you're worried about your good karma, there are 3 ways that you can start creating additional good karma. One is forgiveness, of course. Everybody says forgive, because then you will be entitled to be forgiven as well. We all have not been necessarily angels, not all the time. And so, of course, we also want to be forgiven. we have stolen probably in past lives, we have cheated people out of their money, whatever it is. And a lot of the issues that we're experiencing now around money is because of our not so well educated behavior around money in the past. You can also do service. So you can offer yourself a service. Many of you have learned Reiki and all kinds of other modalities. One thing you can do is when you go to bed, in the evening, you can also say that I would like to offer myself as an instrument of divine healing. And you can say, for instance, if money is a big issue for you, then you can offer yourself to heal people around their finances or whatever other health issues that you have. Just offer yourself at night as an instrument of divine healing. The consciousness continues. Our consciousness continues to be awake and aware and do things while we're asleep. So just because we don't recollect it doesn't mean we don't do it. So several people have reported to me throughout time that they have seen me in their dreams that I was doing healings on them. I have no recollection whatsoever of healing anybody, but they had some very vivid dreams of me performing healing work on them. So it's really true. It does happen. And I had also dreamt of other people healing me. And tithing. Tithing is very important. The rule is you tithe 10% of what you earn. 5% goes to the people that raised you, meaning parents, grandparents, if they're still alive. And 5% goes to the people that spiritually feed you. So that's why for this session, I said, whoever wants to donate, you can donate, because I'm going to be spiritually feeding you today. Okay, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so put your awareness at the center of your heart, and you can turn off your cameras, you can lie down, make yourself as comfortable as you can. I'm going to go on for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to be doing all kinds of clearing work. I'm going to be connecting to the source energy. I'm going to be connecting to you, the souls, and you, the future selves, because I want to keep asking you, the future selves that are already billionaires, how did they do it? And what are the things that need to be reprogrammed, shifted, neutralized? And what new programs or choices and decisions need to be imposed so that you really start embracing greater prosperity in your life. So recently I was listening to one of the coaches, and she had some interesting ideas around money. And one of the things she was suggesting is that you date your money. And so I was tuning into my own money, just imagining me and my money hanging out. And there were all kinds of funny energies, so I started clearing that out. And that's what I would like you to invite you to do, is basically put your awareness at the center of your heart. And with some of your good karma be used to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to invite your prosperity, your money energy, and go into the central sun. Supposedly the sun, the physical sun, is the pineal gland of the creator of all that is in our constellation. And so just imagine you're hanging out in the sun, in that golden energy, and you're sitting on a bench and your money is sitting beside you. So may some of your good karma be used to help us connect to you, the soul, creator of all that is, you, the future self. And some of your good karma be used to help us understand what are some of the choices and decisions you have made that have instilled this belief in you that you are poor, I am poor, I've always been poor, I will always be poor. And some of you would come abuse to help us understand what choices, decisions we need to reprogram. So just imagine you're hanging out on a bench at the center of the sun, you and your money. How does it look? How does it feel? How does it taste? Does it feel nice? Is so much of the karma abuse to scan the entire universe for all the people that have ever made you believe you don't deserve anything better than what you have. Some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to fire all these people from telling you that you don't deserve anything better than what you have already. And some of you with karma abuse to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made to believe other people's opinions, statements about what you deserve and what you don't deserve. And some of you with karma abuse to scan the entire universe for all the beings that you have hired to have any opinion about you. Some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that you found the decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to believe in other people's opinions. And some of you with karma abuse to fire all those people that you have hired to have any opinion about you and tell you their opinions. And some of you with karma abuse to scan the entire universe for all the ancestors you have ever had. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices your ancestors have made about wealth, about being poor. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to replicate, mimic other beings' choices and decisions about money and prosperity. May it all be cleared out from your energy field, from your system. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to label yourself as poor, to box yourself in the I am poor mindset. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices that you have ever made, to believe that being poor is a virtue. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to allow to be religiously programmed that being poor is a virtue, that being poor serves you, that being poor makes you more spiritual, more worthy in the eyes of God. And some of you with karma abuse to neutralize all those decisions and choices. May some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to keep loyalties to the poor, to be loyal to the poor, to identify yourself with the poor, to belong to the poor, to be one of the poor. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to mimic and replicate poverty decisions of others. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to believe that only the poor go to heaven. And some of you will karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to be falsely modest, all of that false modesty. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to be plugged in, to allow to be plugged in into the poverty, universal poverty consciousness of humanity. And some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to be completely, fully disconnected from all the poverty consciousness of humanity. Some of you would come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to allow the Lord's Prayer energy to be run through you. So Lord's Prayer is the remover of obstacles, inner obstacles. So allow that energy to be run through your system to neutralize all the inner obstacles to prosperity. Some of you would come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that the only way you know to be is to be poor. Everywhere poverty feels familiar. You know how to be poor, you know how to survive. And some of you will come abuse to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to believe that this is your only choice, this is your best choice. This is the only way you know to survive. This is the only way you know how to be on this planet. And some of you will come abuse to scan past, present, future for all the choices, decisions you have ever made, to only survive on this physical plane. Everywhere you incarnated to survive, may some of your decisions and choices be neutralized. May some of you will come abuse to neutralize all these decisions and choices you have ever made, to come down here just to survive. Focus again on the money that is beside you on the bench here in the central sun. The money sitting next to you. May some of you will come abuse to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to still be learning basic lessons in life, such as, physical survival. It's like the Maslow pyramid of needs. The basic needs are physical well-being, food, shelter. We've transcended that already. So everywhere you're still stuck in that basic need lessons, and some of you will come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to finalize all those lessons and mark them as completed, as learned, as understood. And some of you would come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to push prosperity away, to reject prosperity. To be at odds with it, to be its enemy. And some of you would come abuse to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to wage war on money, to wage war on prosperity. And some of you would come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to condemn yourself to poverty. Everywhere you curse yourself to poverty, and some of you would come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to curse yourself with poverty, to punish yourself with poverty. And some of you would come abuse to scan the entire universe for all the beings that feel entitled to your money. And some of you would come abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to allow others to feel entitled to your money. To be tapping into your money. With some of you with karma beliefs, to communicate to the universe that your final decision is true. Communicate to the universe that your final decision is true. Trust all the decisions and choices you have ever made. To allow others to drain your money, to be a money drain for you. May some of you with karma be used to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to distrust money. May some of you with karma be used to also communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to not trust yourself with money. May some of you with karma be used to put a detached, resolve, dissolve, cancel, complete program for the next 24 hours. To keep on releasing all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to not trust yourself with money. May some of you with karma be used to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to feel guilt and shame around money. May some of you with karma be used to put a detached, resolve, dissolve, cancel, complete program for the next 7 days or as long as it's needed, to keep on neutralizing, releasing all the shame, all the fear, all the guilt around money. May some of you with karma be used to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to allow yourself only to have little money. Everywhere you put caps on your money, everywhere you put limits on your money. May some of you with karma be used to scan your past, present, future for all the limits you have put, all the caps you have put on your money. Many people have that glass ceiling when it comes to their money. They can make, let's say, 3,000 and no more. They can make 10,000 and no more. So may some of you with karma be used to scan past, present, future for all your other dimensions, for all the decisions you have ever made, to cap your money, to limit how much money you can have. May some of you with karma be used to put a detached, resolve, dissolve, cancel, complete program on it for the next 24 hours and keep on releasing all those choices and decisions. May some of you with karma be used to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to go into your childhood experiences, inner child energy, and neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that compared to others, you will always be poor. You will always have less. Everywhere it became your identity. I'm always poorer than others. May some of you will become abused to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to always be poorer than others. May some of you will become abused to put a detached, resolve, dissolve, cancel, complete program for the next 24 hours and keep on neutralizing all those decisions and choices you have ever made, to be always poorer than others. Who do you compare yourself with financially? So may some of you will become abused to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to compare yourself financially with others. May some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to always have less than others, to always be the one that has less, fewer, whatever that is. May some of you with karma views to scan the entire universe for all your ancestors, all the beings that have been your ancestors in any way and are still influencing your money choices anyway. May some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices that are up and active in your world that have been made by your ancestors. And some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to take pride in being poor, to be proud in being poor. All that pride around being poor, may some of you with karma views to put a detached result is all cancel complete program for the next 7 days. And keep on neutralizing all that pride around being poor. That feels heavy. I don't know if you guys feel it. Some of you with karma views to help us connect to you, the soul creator of all that is. As the future selves. How did we do it? What choices did we make? And some of you with karma views to help run those new choices through your system. And some of you with karma views to scan the entire universe for your authentic prosperity energy. And some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to give away your prosperity energy, be it for safekeeping to someone else, everywhere you've been cheated out of your money, tricked out. And some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to command that all the prosperity energy be returned to us. Some of you with karma views to scan the entire universe for all the beings you have hired to manage your money, to be in charge of your money, to be the keepers of your money. Some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to fire them all. Fire anybody and everybody who you've hired to help you in any way with your finances, with your money. And some of you with karma views to scan the entire universe for all the financial advisors you've ever had, financial managers, CFOs, whoever they are. And some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to fire anybody and everybody that you've hired to handle your money in any way. And some of you with karma views to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to take back control, to be again in charge of your own money, to command that your money be returned to you and be put under your sole control. So thank you so much, those of you who are privately messaging me some additional things to be cleared. I suggest you type it just in here in the chat. I address it to me directly and I'll see it, because on WhatsApp I might not pick it up right away. So if you can copy paste it here, I'll pick it up. How's everybody doing? So again, may some of our karma views to help us connect to us, the future selves, creator of all that is. May some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made. Since my parents have been poor, hence I must be poor. Everywhere you're mimicking, replicating your parents and their decisions and choices. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the labels and boxes that you have put yourself around being poor. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made. To believe that money would corrupt you. Money will bring the worst out of you. Yes, so we've spoken about pride in being poor. So how about being afraid of becoming that rich bitch or this rich asshole, you know, kind of like that arrogant energy. And some of you with karma wish to scan the entire universe for all the beings that have ever been labeled as rich by you. With some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to fire all of those beings from being bad role models to you when it comes to money. So may some of you with karma abuse again to scan the entire universe for all the bad role models for prosperity and money. And may some of our karma abuse to communicate to the universe that our final decision is to fire them all from being bad role models in our lives. May some of you with karma abuse to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made. To believe that money would make you a liar and a cheat. May some of you with karma wish to put a detached result dissolve cancel complete program for the next 24 hours to keep on neutralizing all those beliefs that you need to cheat and lie to get to that money in the first place. Some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made. To believe that there is no way you can become rich in an honest way. May some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to disconnect you completely on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, from any bad examples of rich people. Negative role models. May some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to judge people with money and what they do with their money. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to need to work hard for your money. And some of you with karma wish to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to believe that for you making money can never be easy. May some of you with karma wish to put a detached result dissolve cancel complete program for the next 24 hours to keep on neutralizing all these decisions and choices. Some of you would come of use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe, not to be afraid that if you have more money, you will outgrow your peer group. Some of you would come of use to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to be afraid of outgrowing your peer group, the fear of leaving them behind. Some of you would come of use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to fear to be judged by your peer group if you have more money. Some of you would come of use to scan the entire universe for all the beings that feel entitled to judging you. Some of you would come of use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize, your final decision is to fire all these beings. Some of you would come of use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to let the entire universe know that you no longer are available for being judged by others. Some of you would come of use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to be afraid of what others might say about you if you become rich or more wealthy or wealthier than them. Some of you would come of use to scan the entire universe for all the beings that you have hired to be envious of you. Some of you would come of use to communicate to the entire universe that your final decision is to fire all these people, all these beings from being envious of you in any way. So put your awareness at the center of Mother Earth. Allow your awareness to rise through the crust of the earth, through your feet, through your body, through your crown, higher and higher. And some of you become used, I'll become used to help us connect to the seventh point of consciousness, creator of all that is. What are other choices and decisions that we need to neutralize? And some of you become abused to communicate to the universe that your final decisions to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that being poor is safer. Everywhere you want to be safe in poverty, nobody steals from you, nobody attacks you, nobody cheats you, nobody kills you for your money. And some of you will become abused to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to play it safe. It's safer to be poor, to believe that it's safer to be poor. And some of you will become abused to put a detached result dissolve cancel complete program for the next 24 hours, to keep on neutralizing all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to be poor so you can be saved. What's the next thing that needs to be neutralized around being poor? And some of you will come of use to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that it's nice to be poor. You don't have many responsibilities when you're poor. And some of you would come of use to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to believe that making money, having money is too much mental work. And you weren't good at maths anyways. And some of you would come of use to neutralize all the decisions and choices that you have ever made, to believe that you are not smart enough to be rich. You wouldn't even know what to do with more money than what you have now. Everywhere you believe it's too complicated. And some of you would come of use to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that you're not smart enough to handle more money. Some of you would come and wish to put a detached result of cancel complete program for the next 24 hours to keep on neutralizing all the decisions and choices behind that energy of not trusting yourself intellectually to handle more money. Some of you would come and wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that less money means fewer problems. Some of you would come and wish to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that. Some of you would come and wish to put a detached result of cancel complete program behind that. Some of you would come and wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all the decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe that rich people have way too many problems, and you would know how to handle those problems. Well, you don't want to go from having 5,000 euros a month to 100,000 euros a month from one day to another. You want to grow into having more money, right? You want to grow into it. Slowly get acclimatized to more money. What else? And some of you would probably use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to believe unlimited amount of prosperity money is available to you. And some of you would probably use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to be aligned with your authentic prosperity energy. And some of you would probably use to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to fully tap into your karmic bank account and allow the money to flow, not just trickle through, but to actually flow. And some of you would come wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to allow yourself to have as much money as you want. And some of you would come wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to be aligned, to be receptive, to be in vibration with all the opportunities through which money can come to you. And some of you would come wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to be intuitively aware, guided, perceptive to where you need to go, what you need to do to start cashing in on more money. And some of you would come used to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to break down all the barriers between you and your prosperity, your authentic prosperity energy. Basically, if you look at the prosperity energy, to me, it looks like a golden egg, like a golden auric egg. And you want to basically step into that aura and be surrounded by the golden energy. You basically want that energy to be imposed on you and part of your fabric. That's the place you want to get to. That's why we'll keep on telling you as we go also in the future sessions, go and hang out with your money. Imagine you're sitting on a bench, the money is next to you. What sort of feelings, emotions are coming up? What is being triggered? What thoughts? Every thought, every emotion matters. Right now, when I look at, our combined money energy, it's just this kind of like grayish dark cloud that looks more sinister than joyful. Money energy is very joyful, it's very happy, it's very loving, it's very blissful. So we really want to make money our best friend. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe. Some of you with karma wish to scan the entire universe for all the beings that have told you you are not allowed to have money. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to fire all these people, all these beings, from telling you what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And some of you with karma wish to scan the entire universe for all the false gods that you've ever been connected to. Some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to disconnect you completely fully from any false god energies. May some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to release all the unauthorized, unwanted cords from any part of your body. Let it all go. May some of you with karma wish to neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made, to believe that money is hard work. Making money is hard work. Making money is tough. Making money is difficult. Maintaining money is difficult. Saving money is even harder. Everything that has to do with money is hard, difficult, problematic. Some of you with karma wish to neutralize all of those negative labels and boxes you've put your money into or have been labeled with. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to run the Lord's Prayer energy through your prosperity energy, your authentic energy. Neutralize all the choices and decisions you have ever made that are repelling money, keeping it away, keeping it at arm's length. So many of you probably in your businesses have failed, like the breakthrough, that big win is just around the corner. And months pass, weeks pass, years pass, and you just feel the money is just right there. You just feel the breakthrough is near, but somehow it's somewhere dangling before you, but it's not quite here. It's not on your bank account, basically. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to believe or to decide that there is no more space for more money on your bank account, in your wallet, on your credit card, in your safe. And some of you with karma wish to communicate to the universe that your final decision is to neutralize all decisions and choices you have ever made, to limit your bank account, limit your wallet, limit your purse, limit your safe and how much space is available there. So many of us, we're so used to saying no to money. Like I used to do that too. I would never allow anybody to ever invite me for anything. No meals, no nothing. I'll be like, no, I pay for myself. So this is also a way of rejecting money. Maybe I do a session on rejecting money. So practice, money can come in many ways, many opportunities, freebies, free gifts. This session, you're here for free. It's money coming back to you as well. So where are you saying no to money, or where are you not celebrating your money wins? Right? There is so many money wins. We get all the time something for free, or maybe at a discount, or even being spared some accidents or losing flights, or being protected from some accidents in last minute. That's also a money win. So again, I highly encourage you donate money. So for many, many years, I always donated 10% of my income, and always everything was flowing smoothly. So my flights and so on. And last year or so, I became less generous with my money. And then I started losing flights, I started losing money, $500 here, $500 there. And now I think I should have just donated $100 probably. I would have been prevented from making money mistakes. So it's really like that, you know, if you donate, you will get back 10 times more. And being protected from accidents, it's also a money win, because as you know, accidents can become costly very fast. So I can't encourage it, you know, strongly enough. Really play with that idea of donating, tithing money. It's gonna really do wonders for your prosperity journey. Okay, put your awareness at the center of Mother Earth, 5 feet down, 5 feet out, ground yourself. And whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. Just to kind of like an announcement, share an announcement. So next Tuesday, I'm doing the sessions on Tuesday and Thursday. So next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about time freedom. So many people are complaining about, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, I don't have time, I'm busy. So time freedom is becoming even more important than financial freedom. So if this topic interests you, it's going to be clearing, I'm going to be clearing similar to what I was doing just now, kind of like channeling information and just clearing wherever you're entangled in, whatever energies you're entangled in that are keeping you so occupied, but at the end of the day, you actually look and you haven't accomplished much. So that's what we're going to be working on. And next week, Thursday, it's going to be money versus love, conflict, choices and decisions. So that's going to be the topic. And probably on Wednesday in 2 weeks, it's going to be about clearing fears around being cheated out of your money. So that should be also a good topic. So many people get cheated out of their money that we're afraid already investing our money in anything because we've been lied to so many times. And so that's going to be the topic. All right. I hope this was a good session. And see you next week.